What's up, everybody? It's Anthony Morrison here with Tim Donovan, ready for another Profit Live series. If you guys are excited about an awesome training today, completely free from your friends and mentors here with the Success with Anthony program, just say yes in the chat box if you're excited about a free training. Today, Tim has a phenomenal training here that's going to teach you how to scale your business to six figures. I see Robin. Robin is excited. Robin is here every single week, excited about the training. We wish that we had more Robins inside of the Success
We
with Anthony.
did. We do. We really do.
I mean, Robin is always on point. Well, listen, guys, the Profit Live series happening every single Wednesday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's our commitment to you as students to help you be more successful. We're live. We're always live. So today is going to be a little more training from Tim, a little less for me, because as you can see, he's got a really cool, spreadsheet open here for you, and some training to teach you how to build your business to six figures and how to scale really quickly and make an awful lot of money in the process. We are implementing this exact same strategy in our business, so I know that it works, and I truly believe that it can work for all of you. So with that said, I am going to hush up and I'm going to let Tim get started with the training. If you guys are ready for Tim to teach you how to scale a business to six figures, type the word yes in the chat box. If you don't type the word yes in the chat box, I'm probably going to boot you out of the webinar because that means
True.
you're not excited.
I need some excitement.
Tim needs excitement. We literally have 972 people on this web. 972 people, Tim. It's insane. We are literally 28 people away from maxing out the Profit Live series. That's what we do every single week. We're crushing it, helping people make money and of course achieve their goals. So we're excited about it. With that said, guys, Tim, look at the yeses flying in the chat box. I mean, it's insane how many people are saying yes in the chat box right now.
This is the best. This probably is the best group we ever had. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, yes, by far, by far. Well, listen, Tim, I'm going to let you take it away, man. Let's teach everybody how to do six figures really quick.
Okay. Awesome. Awesome. All right, guys. I just want to make sure. Can you see my screen? If you don't mind entering one more yes in the box, and we'll get started. All right. Awesome. Okay. So what I want to show you here is a concept that I call the six-figure scale. And what's most important about this is that I want to show you that you can get to six figures on any budget with the Success with Anthony system, okay? So let me show you, and let me start here at the first tab. So this is going to assume that you have a $50 a month traffic budget. If you can't put together $50 for your business, then you probably shouldn't be having an online business. But let's say that you can come up with $50. You see the value in investing in traffic, which is going to add people to your subscriber list and build you a real online asset that's going to make you money for months and years to come. So let's go ahead and start with January. Now, I know that it's already the middle of the year, but let's just say we started this at the beginning of the year. It's easier to follow that way. And let's say we're spending about 65 cents a click, which is, if you're going to fasttrafficsource.com, you're spending 65 cents or a little bit less, depending on what package that you purchased here. But I wanted to kind of show the worst case scenario if you're buying your traffic from Fast Traffic Source. So if you were to spend $50 at 65 cents, you would get 77 clicks or visitors to your squeeze page. Now, if your squeeze page had an opt-in rate of 25%, which means 1 out of every 4 people that visit your squeeze page decide, hey, you know what, I do want to check out what they have on the other side of this page. Let me go ahead and enter my email. 25% is okay. It's not awful, but it's not great. And that's why I wanted to keep these numbers very low to kind of show you that you don't really have to crush it to be able to get to six figures. Okay, so the next column here is subscribers. So we get 19 new subscribers. And let's say that we're promoting, in this case, with our SWA funnel, we're promoting ClickFunnels. I actually did this demonstration to a different group a few months back, and I was using the example of a $40 sales commission. but you actually make more with ClickFunnels because you're getting 50% of $97. But let's just, to keep the numbers really, really simple, because the numbers aren't as important. It's more the concept, as you see here, of just slowly scaling how this thing can really take off. So let's say that on average, 2% of people take whatever you're selling. And let's say in month one, and this is initially, this is like right after they opt in, okay? We show them something in our Success with Anthony funnel. We're going to offer them to be able to use the same funnel that we use, and we sell them ClickFunnels because that's the easiest way to build funnels that we know of. And so we don't make any initial revenue, but typically on average, and I know if you've been on the Profit Live trainings before, typically on average with our list, we're shooting for $1 per subscriber per month. And that comes from sending out initial follow-up emails and broadcasts to our list. So in month one, we'll say that we made $19 from our list because we have 19 subscribers, okay? So our total monthly revenue is $19. So our total monthly profit is negative $31. Now, here's the problem. Here's where a lot of people say, well, it's a scam, it doesn't work. And not thinking like an actual business person. And what I'm going to show you is not, you don't have to have an MBA to understand this as far as business goes. You just need to have a little bit of patience and a little bit of discipline to continue to invest the $50 a month, right? Now, look, here's the deal. The more you can invest a month, the faster this grows, okay? And I'll show that to you in just a moment. So in month one, we have lost $31. But remember, we've built an asset already of 19 subscribers. So let's say in month two, we say, okay, we're going to put in $69, which is the $19 that we made in January plus our $50 a month budget. And we go out and we purchase traffic for 65 cents again. We get 107 clicks this time. Let's say that our opt-in rate goes from 25 to 26% because ClickFunnels allows you to easily split test things. And we'll get into split testing on a later training, but I'll show you how we can continue to optimize this and bump up that opt-in rate every single month. So this time we're going to add 28 subscribers, and now we have total subscribers of 47. Let me take a swig of water there. And same with what I just said about increasing the opt-in rate. We're going to show you ways to increase the conversion rate, and this is a very small increase every month. We're talking about 0.1%, so it's not like a crazy amount of numbers. But in this case, we've got one total sale, right? This from this initial conversion, which is right after someone opts in. So we make $40. And our monthly income is $47. That doesn't include this initial revenue because remember we have 47 total subscribers now, and on average we're shooting for about $1 per month per subscriber. So our total monthly revenue is $87. That's the $40 we made initially and the $47 we made from emailing our list. So our total monthly profit is $18. Not fantastic, but if you look at it, you went from negative 31 in month one to plus 18 in month two. Now, what we do, and I'm not going to walk you through every single one here, but I'm going to show you in month three here, we take the $87 that we made in as our revenue, right here, 87, and we add the $50 a month budget, and now we're at $137 of traffic. Now, all of a sudden, you can see now you've basically tripled the amount of traffic that you're purchasing from month one to month three, and you're still only really putting in $50 a month of your own money. At this point, you're using the business's money to help increase the process of getting more and more traffic. So opt-in rate goes up a little bit more. Subscribers is 57. Now we have 104 subscribers, and this time at a 2%, we make 2 sales. So our initial revenue is $80, okay? And then we have 104 subscribers at this point. So $80 plus 104, we make total monthly revenue of $184. So now our profit is $47, which, like, once again, doesn't seem like a lot, but if you look at it, you more than doubled your business. And more importantly, what I want to show you is if you did this every single month with just $50 a month, month 4 you're going to profit 91, month 5 197, month 6 357, month 7 601, month 8 $1,057, month 9 $1,804, month 10 $3,057, month 11 $5,201, and month 12 you'd be at $7,720 a month. You know why this is possible? It's something called compounding math. It is one of the most powerful forces of nature in business, really, in the world. So at the end of the year, you would have invested $600 of your own money of traffic, and the business would have funded everything else. $600 being $50 a month times 12 months, and now you would have built yourself. Let's see here. You have 16,000 subscribers, and you are, you're making 7,000. You're profiting 7,700 a month. Now, what's cool here is, let's see here. Let me pull this up. So at the end of the year, you would have profited $20,000, which, look, an extra $20,000 is fantastic. But what's more exciting is the fact that with the progress that you've made, you now have a real business. Like we show here, total yearly profit, $20,118. Average monthly profit is $1,677. Think about that. Every month you're putting in $50, and on average, after a year, you're profiting $1,677. I don't know about you, but I don't know any vehicle investment of stocks, real estate, whatever, where I can put $50 a month into the machine and it spits back out $1,677. But the thing is that most people never realize this, because month 1 they do it, they lose $31, and they say, well, this doesn't work. When they don't realize that the time has to be on your side a little bit, and you need to be able to, scale this up over a certain amount of time. Like I said before, the more you can invest in the traffic, the faster this works for you. But what I want to show you is that anybody can build a real business here. So what happens is you've got 16,000 subscribers. Now, if the next year all you did was just continued at the rate you were at in December, okay? You didn't continue to reinvest every single month like we have been, in which, by the way, if you did that, you'd be looking at the end of the following year, more like 7 figures. But let's just say that you say, you know what, I'm just going to keep it running sort of the way it is in December. So in the next year, you would have made $92,000, which is that 7,700 times 12 amount. So you'd make basically a 6-figure income, and it essentially be on autopilot there, and you would have at the end of the year a list of $192,458. Unbelievable. Before I continue, who thinks that's pretty amazing? That, hey, that's something I could probably do. $50 a month using the Success with Entity system. Nothing too crazy as far as an investment goes, but this is an online business, and you want to make sure that you are treating it as such. Hey Heather, I see your hello. Awesome. So I see lots of yeses coming in. You understand the concept. So I want to show you kind of what gets interesting here is if we do it with $500 a month. I just want to show you kind of the power of the math here. If you had $500 a month to invest into traffic, so let's look at it real quick. We'll just look at the first few months. Put $500 in. This is actually, I forgot, this is my old formula. So let me change this real quick because I want this to reflect the traffic price that you would spend at Fast Traffic Source. Okay, ignore those zeros. Okay, so month 1, you'd spend $500, you'd get 769 clicks, 25% rate, 192 subscribers, which means you'd probably on average make about 4 sales right away. So it's 100 and it's rounded. It's actually an exact. It's like 30 something, but basically $160. Your monthly income would be 192 because you have 192 subscribers. And your first month's profit right here, you look at it again, you'd say, well, I lost money, right? And even in month 2, you'd say you lost money. And that's why, like I said, people tend to quit. But look what happens fairly quickly. Let's see, 4, 5, 6. 6 months in, you're making $3,000 a month. So 6 months in, if you invested $500 a month, at 6 months, you put $3,000 of your own money total in, and now you have a $3,000 a month profitable business. I don't know about you, but I'd put $3,000 in to make $3,000 a month. But what gets more exciting is by the end of the year, look at these numbers. You're making $122,000 a month because you're willing to put in $500 every single month, and you're consistent about it, and you realize that you may not profit in month 1 or month 2. That's not how it works. We're building an asset, this list, and we're monetizing that list over time. And so if you look over here, your total yearly profit would be $270,000. So think about that. Over a year span, if you put $500 a month in, you would have spent $6,000 in traffic. You're not only going to get that $6,000 back, in this instance, if these numbers were to hold true, you would profit $270,000. That's $22,000 a month, okay? And you have 174,000 subscribers. What's cool is, just like I did last time, if you just held steady with what you do in December and you did that every single month for the following year, you would make $1.4 million and 2 million subscribers. Now, those numbers probably seem crazy, but the reason I wanted to show this to you is because a lot of people, they hear about, that Anthony and I have made millions of dollars, and they just can't really wrap their head around how that happens. And really and truly, if you can understand that money is simply math, right? Maybe you don't get a 25% opt-in rate right out of the gate. Maybe you get 20%. But say, okay, I'm going to make it my goal to make this 25%. Maybe I try a new headline. Maybe I try a new traffic source, whatever it might be. But your goal is to continue to hit these numbers. And if you hit these numbers, just like they are in the spreadsheet, the arithmetic is not an opinion. Math is not an opinion. So these numbers can happen if you follow this scaling process here. So, we could take it on to even higher, but I really wanted to show you, what would happen if you invested $50 a month, and what would happen if you invested $500 a month. So, I want to see if you guys have any questions regarding this, because I think this is an important. If you take anything, it's not, oh, I need to invest $500 a month in traffic. It's this mindset of, okay, I'm building something real here. I may have to invest a little bit in the traffic, but I'm building an asset. I'm building a list that's going to make me money for months and years to come. So I want to make sure that you understand that concept before we take off for this Profit Live. We're going to keep this one nice and short, because one of the things that Anthony and I want to do is, instead of getting on here every single week and bombarding you with 10 different ideas, what we want to do is share one thing for you to be able to implement and focus on. Robin asked if you can get a copy of that form to track my things. Yeah, I'll create something where you guys can have a version of this where you can add in your numbers and sort of track how your progress is going, for sure. We'll come up with that, and I can share it with you guys on one of the next Profit Lives, as well as maybe we'll add it to the SWA members area. But absolutely, for sure, you're very, very welcome. Okay, do we have any other questions regarding this? Because I don't want to, let's see here. How do I get traffic from my phone? Yeah, so there's a lot of different ways to get traffic. The way that we're advocating our SWA students get traffic is a site called fasttrafficsource.com. That's where we get our traffic. This is where we purchase our traffic. There's other ways to do it. You can get it on Facebook. You can do that, but this is what we use because it is. You just literally come here and say, "Hey, I want 300 clicks," and I order, and Fast Traffic Source takes care of it for me. Awesome. Heather says it makes sense. Okay, cool. Good. You're very welcome. Yeah, so I'll put that URL. Somebody asked, it's fasttrafficsource.com. Let's see here. Okay. Heather says, how do you know when to purchase more traffic? So that's really good question, though, Heather. That's actually a great question. So it really depends on your budget. Like the first thing you need to do is determine how much can I afford to invest in my business every single month. And that's why I wanted to show you the difference between, okay, I can put $50 a month in, and I can put, $100 a month, whatever it might be. So what you can do is, let's say I invest $50 on January 1st. I'm just going to use these dates, and let's say I make $50 back in commissions and get paid on January 15th. Well, I should turn around and then reinvest that $50 back in. But if let's say you make you put $50 in on January 1st, and during the month of January you make $19, and your budget is $50. Well, then you'd wait till February and put in the $50 plus the $19 that you made in January. So it really depends. It's what we call cash flow management. We're going to manage our investment here, and that really is all dependent on what you can afford every single month. So, but here's the thing: is if you can afford, let's say you can afford. I'm not saying you could, but if you could afford $500 a month, maybe what you might do is order 300 clicks at $185 and see how it does, and maybe tweak some things, and then maybe come back, a week or two later and order 500 clicks, and so that way you've only spent $485, which is under your budget. But that way, instead of just doing all, you spend all 500 at first, maybe you spend, in the beginning of the month, you spend a little bit of it and try to make some changes. Maybe you find out, different emails work better, or different squeeze pages work better, and then you can certainly bump that up. That would be my way to do it. Yeah, so Heather, did that make sense? Because you asked, or when you need more traffic. You always want more traffic. That's how you're going to make money. That's how you're going to build a list. But like I said, it really comes down to what your, traffic budget is to get started. And this exercise I showed you here on this sheet is kind of to illustrate it doesn't really matter what your budget is. It really doesn't. We just get started for as little as we need to. Yeah, Heather said just a regular investment monthly. Yeah, absolutely. Just almost look at it like it's your car payment or something. It's your business's car payment or whatever it might, that number might be, and treat it as such, because this is what you should be spending most of your business investment money in, is the traffic. Anthony and I probably spend 95% of the money that we invest in our business in our traffic, because we can continue to build lists, make more sales, and make more money and reinvest it, and it can scale, to 6 and 7 figures. So hopefully that helps. Heather says only with a really good return. Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, and the thing is that these are just numbers, but nothing here is like outlandish. These are not incredible numbers. We have squeeze pages that have gotten 48% opt-in rate, right? I mean, we're not even close to there. We've had additional conversion rates of 3, 4, 5%, even higher. So these numbers, and that's why I shared them with you, are very obtainable. These are good sort of standards to try to hit and measure. But there's a saying that is, what is measured can be improved. If you're not paying attention to these numbers, though, it's hard to improve it. You're very welcome. Okay, we've got any other questions before we shut it down for today's Profit Live?
I don't know, Tim, but there were questions flying in the chat box. This was a ridiculously, I mean, dude, we have so many people on here, it's absurd. We had so many people asking questions. I think people
I know,
really
I could barely
appreciate
keep
it.
up.
Training. You know your stuff, sir. That's it, it's been phenomenal. I think people are going to find true massive value in this, Boston.
Good. Excellent, Senior. Okay, well, good. Then I think we can call it a wrap for this week. And, of course, you know where to find us next week, 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Wednesday, Broderick said this was great. I'm glad you enjoyed it, Broderick. We do this every week, and we're going to continue to share more and more awesome information with you. And once again, we appreciate that you showed up because you guys are the real action takers, and you're the ones that we want to make sure are successful with our program, because tons of people are having success with this. But Anthony, would you not say that most of the people that you have had success with this are the people that show up to your webinars?
Absolutely, 100%. I mean, the successful people show up. You know, that's really what it's all about. So, without a doubt, the successful people are going to be the ones that actually show up, pay attention, stay engaged, and then truly work this out for themselves and actually do what we teach them to do. I mean, it's very apparent that it works. Now it's just a matter of who's going to take enough action to really make it a part of their life and really their business.
Awesome. Okay, guys. Now it's the ball's in your court. Go take action. Order traffic from fast traffic source. Start building your list and start paying attention to the numbers. And because I want to hear about next week when you guys come back about what type of numbers you're seeing. These numbers are very, very obtainable if you take action. So figure out what your traffic budget's going to be on a monthly basis and work it from there. So take action. Thank you very much, Anthony. Awesome as always, buddy. And look forward to doing it again next week.
All right, everybody. Talk soon. Bye.